until you wake up your true self, you are living like a half life.
Hi everyone, my name is Slavomira Hercegova. You are watching a talk show Ars Vivendi, which means Art of Living in Latin. And my today's guest is a holistic therapist, Tonja Mills. She is a certified rapid transformational therapy practitioner and certified hypnotherapist, trained energy healer, shamanic practitioner, life coach, and creator of the soul mapping TM practice. She is really amazing, and today she will share with you her incredible story, and I believe that many of you will resonate with it. And I believe she will also reveal some useful tips on how to reconnect with your soul. So let's start.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm really delighted to be here. Thank you.
I'm so looking forward to it. Your story seems quite dramatic to me, so I think we can start just right here. Please share with us your journey, like metaphorically, from the bottom to the top.
I was very much disconnected from myself, but I didn't really recognize that. So I was just, I had 4 children, and I was, just doing everything that a mum does at home, all the washing and the children and the cooking and everything. And I didn't realize that I had not kind of connected with myself and my soul. So I was doing all of the stuff on the outside and none of the stuff on the inside. And I could have gone on for that like that for a very long time, but I became really quite ill. I had a very bad, a really chronic back issue. Literally, sometimes I couldn't get out of bed. One time I was going to see a chiropractor, and I actually had to crawl on the pavement, on the road, and into the surgery because it was so bad. Um, and that didn't seem that alarming at the time, but now I look back and I think actually, like, I had really reached quite a low point, a point of which I was not ever putting my own needs first. I didn't even know what I wanted or what I needed because I was so out of touch with my own feelings. I was very much in touch with the feelings of my children, but not of myself. Um, so these pains went on, and then I had pain in my hip. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me that I had 5, maybe maximum 10 years before I would be completely immobile and be in a wheelchair, because I had chronic arthritis, and there was no way around it. And I just looked at him and I just thought, that's not going to be my story. I I don't relate to that. I'm not going to have that in my world. So the doctor arranged for me to have a scan, and I, at that point, decided not even to bother to go for that. So I sought out holistic help, and I went to see a chiropractor in my town who was also a healer, and he just did something that just unlocked a part of me that had been in there the whole time, but had been lying dormant. So as a child, I was very psychic and very, very sensitive to the spiritual world. And I would see and hear messages all the time as a child. And then as a teenager, I started to block it off. So once I started to see this holistic chiropractor, basically the floodgates opened, and I was bombarded with all this information and knowledge from the other realms, and I was like completely overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do or how to handle it. And my the chiropractor, who was such a lovely man, and he kept giving me books and saying, you must train to be a healer. And I kept saying, oh no, that's not me. That's just too weird. It's too out there. I don't want to do that. And this went on for some time. But my senses for the other world, for knowledge, deep knowledge, psychic knowledge, became stronger and stronger. And I was seeing people's auras, not even having to tune into it. It was just everywhere. And it was getting a little bit kind of crazy. So one day I saw a message, trained to be a healer, 2-year training. And I thought, okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. And it was incredible. As soon as I stepped in, I felt like I knew everything, like, of course. And it all came back to me. Everything that I had once known came right flooding back to me, and I remembered. And that was the beginning of my journey as a healer, as a therapist, my journey of helping people. And so it just expanded, and it's been a really exciting and incredible journey. And I've gone from being a healer to then a shamanic practitioner and all other modalities, all other tools in my toolbox, taking me to the same place, which is to help people to hear their soul calling and be the best they can be and live that amazing life that is within them. And that is my absolute purpose in life, is to just help people to kind of step up and shine. Yeah.
That's just amazing. So, from this position, you can now help women who also forgot about themselves. And I have to admit that I was in this position too, because I was a mom. So, I was taking care about my children and about my husband and everyone and everything. And I completely forgot about myself. So, why do you think this happens so often to women in our society? To
Yeah, I think
women.
we are conditioned by society, by everybody, and everything is telling women to be small, play small, fit in and please and serve. So, make sure the children are happy, make sure your husband's happy, make sure there is lovely dinner on the table and the house is tidy. But nobody says, what about your needs? Where are your needs in all of this? And the chiropractor that I first saw, he said, a happy mother is happy children. And that was the first time that I'd heard anybody say, actually, it's really good to sort yourself out and express yourself and feel into your magical being. That is like more important than anything, because then you can go on to be the incredible mother, the amazing wife, partner, friend, daughter, whatever. But until you wake up your true self, you are living like a half life. And, one thing that comes out of this for me as well is that I am showing my children that, yes, it's okay to explore yourself and feel into how amazing you are. Like, it's an important part of your life. And especially for my daughter, I feel, very passionately that women and girls should be nurtured in a way that is, it's okay to express yourself and get out there and shine. And it's also okay to make mistakes and just keep going. It's fine. It's good. Yeah.
This is so important. For me, it was a long journey to understand this. I just didn't reveal any special gift, so I didn't know what to do. And I struggled a lot in this period of my life. I'm so happy that I was able to overcome it and just to find my purpose and reconnect with my soul. But it took me a few years. Do you have some advice for a woman in this situation? How could she start?
One thing that I find gets very, very good results, and it's extremely simple, and it is just spending time by yourself and just dropping into your space of your heart space and just thinking, what do I need? Who am I? What are my next steps? And then writing, journaling. Journaling is really, it's everywhere. Everybody talks about journaling, and you think, like, how effective can a bit of writing be? But there is so much power in your written word. Your personal written word has so much power in it. And to write out who you want to be, actually open the doorway, the doorway of possibilities to who you can be and what your life really can look like. And it doesn't need to be the same as everybody else's and the same as has always been expected of you. You can actually stretch right up and you can be a leader. It's everything and anything is possible. So starting with a little bit of daily meditation is so it's so good for shifting you out of space of the head and into the space of the heart, and just writing afterwards, straight afterwards, just writing whatever comes out. And I find that is a really, really, really good tool for helping you to kind of feel into who you really are.
And can you share some stories of your clients? How do you exactly help them, or what kind of shift did they make after your help? How it could look like?
Oh, I have had, I mean, it's so heartwarming, the stories that come to me so often, almost every day, um, of transformations that are just enormous and incredible. It really does make me cry with joy because somehow I have found myself to be the catalyst for these women to step up and feel amazing. And I don't know quite what happens there. I certainly can't claim it all either, because I channel energy through me. So in lots of ways, I'm just the vehicle for the information. But whatever it is, it really does work. And one lady actually, funnily enough, sent me a message yesterday. She's the first one that's coming to my mind. And a beautiful, gorgeous woman who was um, stuck in a real sort of limiting feeling of I can't do things, and she always put her children first. She's a woman of 61, and she just wrote to me yesterday and said that her life has changed around and that she now loves herself, and that I gave her permission to love herself fully without guilt, without shame. And it was a really beautiful testimonial of how she shifted out of that. And what we did in our session was and what I often do is with rapid transformational therapy, I take people back to the time that is the crucial time that is really holding them back, and they go back through hypnosis and remember something that they almost certainly don't remember in their conscious mind. So they go back and it is revealed this thing. Maybe somebody said something to them, maybe there was an incident, and maybe it was not even that big. But in the adult world, it doesn't seem that big. To maybe when you're 3, it seems enormous, and that shapes your life. And that's what happened to this lady. This one thing that happened shaped her whole life, and she is now 61. And she just said, "I just feel incredible. I've fallen in love with myself and my life, and I feel so positive and uplifted." And up to this point, um, it was all a bit of a mystery of how on earth she could manage to get herself from where she was into this feeling of greatness that she knew was within her, but she had no idea how to access that and kind of step into it. So that's one lady. I have people that just tremendous life-changing experiences where they lose a ton of weight, or they get the career that they've always wanted. They travel the world. I had one lady who was so fearful of driving after having a long time of not driving after having an accident, and we did some work together, and then she got a camper van and was touring around Europe. And I think she went to Australia to see her daughter. I mean, it's that feeling of freedom, and that is the thing that I strive to give people, because that's what I now have. I have a sense of freedom, and I see people and I see the wholeness of their beautiful light, and I just want them to get out and shine their light as brightly as possible, and that is my passion. And when we work together, they see what I see, which is that gorgeous light, and then they feel committed to stepping into it, and they feel safe to do that. And I think that's an important part of my work, is um, having support. And I think we all need support, and we all need to kind of cheer each other on. And when a woman shines, to say, "Yay, you're doing amazingly," not to think, "Oh, because that is also in our culture, is to not cheer on other women, and actually when we step into that, you're doing brilliantly, and hey, therefore so can I, so rather than sort of feeling threatened by a woman who is doing so well, actually think, she's showing everybody, isn't that fantastic? Oh yes, let's all step into that being brilliant and feeling amazing. Yeah. So many clients and so many stories that I could share, because but the one thing that they have almost uniformly in common is that they don't feel good enough. That right from a very early age, they didn't feel good enough, and therefore they mapped out the whole of their life, looking for that to be reflected back to them. That belief, I'm not good enough, kept coming back to them, because of course they were looking for it, because that's what they thought. They thought, I'm not good enough. Oh yeah, they've just told me or shown me I'm not good enough, because it's all about mindset and perception. So then you can just lead your whole life feeling like you're not good enough. And that is almost the one thing that everybody has in common, is not feeling enough. So all of these amazing clients, we kind of like shake that out of them. We do so much mindset work. And with RTT, rapid transformational therapy, the hypnosis, we then create an audio, or I create the audio for them, that they listen to every day, to reprogram their mind basically, and reset those habits of thought, those limiting beliefs that go round and round and round all of your life. You can actually whoa, step out. And when they do pop in, you can say, hey, that's not me anymore. I'm now feeling fabulous. I don't need those limiting beliefs. I don't need to be held back. I'm ready to step up and shine. And the more you do that, the more your subconscious mind says, oh, all right then, let's do that then instead. So it does need training. It does need a consistent input of positivity day in, day out. And then it does change. It really, really does change. And it's absolutely possible for absolutely everybody. And the whole of your life changes. Every relationship you have, your outlook, how healthy you are, everything has a really, really positive impact when you change your mindset and you believe that you are enough. And we are, of course, all enough. Whatever you've done or said or been, you are still enough, and you are still absolutely lovable. And when we kind of really understand that, that is when life takes off.
That's wonderful. I love it. So, what if someone feels inspired and would like to reach out and contact you? What is the best way to get in touch with you?
Thank you, Slavomira. That is really kind of you. Well, my website is www.tonja, TonjaMills.co.uk. And you can see all of my packages on there, my one-to-one work and my testimonials. And also I have a Facebook group called Empowered and Free, which I just love, and I love connecting with people in there, and I'm in there every day, and that is a really lovely way to connect with me as well.
Thank you very much for your amazing work. Thank you very much for being here and sharing your story. Bye.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Thank you all for watching. I believe this was inspirational to you. See you in the next video. Bye.